unselfish play. That unselfishness became contagious. Oh, man. Ty Lawson showing you he's got some ups to go with that speed.
Gallinari with the cross.
After we played the Utah Jazz, we moved on to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. This was the second game of our 7-game road trip, and once again we got embarrassed by a division rival. Minnesota beat us 117-100, fell to 26-23 with this loss. I mean, the defense once again was absolutely terrible, awful, embarrassing to watch, pathetic execution there, and once again was the main reason why we lost another game. Offensively, we shot okay. We were 51% from the field, but only 20% from the three-point line and 68% from the free throw line. Just couldn't get a three to drop, and obviously you don't like seeing us shoot only 68% from the free throw line. You're leaving free points on the court. Hate seeing that. T-Wolves didn't shoot too well. They were only 45% from the field, 34% from the three-point line, 100% from the free throw line. They did hit 12 threes, excuse me, in this game, even though they only shot 34% from the three-point line. So they still were pretty effective in this game from beyond the arc. Just another terrible outing for us, and another embarrassing loss for us to another division rival. Now looking at some of the positives to take out of this game for the Nuggets, there's not much, but there is a couple here. We did outscore the T-Wolves 29-2 in terms of fast break points, and we also outscored them 64-38 in the paint. I mean, you look at those two stats right there, just on those alone, you would think we'd won the game, but ironically, we'd lose by 17 points. It's like it's kind of shocking, to be honest with you, that we outscore the T-Wolves by that big a margin in the paint and in transition in terms of fast break points, and we still lose by 17. Once again, the defense has a lot to do with that, and that's pretty embarrassing. But I still thought we did a good job primarily in the second half of getting out on the break, up in the tempo of the game, ramping up the tempo of the game, and just playing fast and getting out in transition, getting easy buckets on the brink, and then doing a good job of getting some high percentage shots and attacking the interior defense of the T-Wolves, penetrating into the lane and getting to the rim. So thought we did a good job of that second half, playing with effort and energy. Overall, we outscored the T-Wolves 57-49 in the second half. We came out, we fought hard, but at that point we were down by 25. It really didn't matter. I mean, we scratched and clawed in the second half. We played tough. We played with pretty decent intensity on the defensive end, but it was really kind of worthless at that point. But still, there's a couple positives to take out of this, and you gotta like the effort and heart that our guys showed in the second half here against Minnesota. Now looking at the bad things we did here in this game, obviously, as I just talked about, the second half actually being a pretty good half for us. The first half was absolutely terrible. We were outscored 68-43 by the T-Wolves in that first half. Just that's pathetic. That the energy level was terrible. It looked like none of our guys really cared out there. We only had a handful of guys playing with heart and fighting out there. But the first half just defensively was terrible, and then offensively played way too much one-on-one basketball. Didn't do a good job of moving the ball at all, and I thought we played selfish offensively, and we forced a lot of shots. You give up 117 points once again. We gave up more than 115 points. That's embarrassing. The T-Wolves are averaging about 99 per game, so you give up about 18 points more than they're averaging. Once again, as I've said in multiple videos before, you're not going to beat any team in this league a majority of the time when you give up 18 to 20 more points to them than they're averaging on the year, and we did that here once again against Minnesota. Gave up 2 more 30-point quarters. You hate seeing that. Gave up 18 offensive rebounds in this game. You hate seeing that. I thought we got outworked in this game on the glass by the T-Wolves. They had a ton of second chance possessions and a ton of second chance points in this game. I thought they did a good job of just kind of outworking us on the glass, and did a great job of scrapping for boards, and then they did a good job if they missed a shot, got the offensive rebound, and then kicked it out for a wide open three, and we gave them way too many second chances at mainly threes. They did end up hitting 12 threes in this game, which again, the perimeter defense was terrible. They only did shoot 34% from the three-point line, but that's because they took 35 threes. They did still hit 12 of them, which is still good, and that really killed us. That hurt, that killed the momentum of the game for us. And anytime we got a little momentum going, they would get an offensive rebound, then hit a three, score on second chance possession, and it's like the momentum for us got absolutely killed by that. And we also had 17 turnovers once again, committing way too many mistakes, and only 19 assists. Like I said, played too selfishly on the offensive end, not playing team basketball like we should be on the offensive end when we're at our best. That's when we are, is when we're playing team basketball, sharing the ball. Didn't do a good job of that here. Forced too many shots on the offensive end, and played too much one-on-one basketball on the offensive end to beat the T-Wolves here in this game. I felt really bad for Fareed and Andre and JaVale. I even thought Corey Brewer was playing with good energy. He didn't play too well, but he was trying, man, and that's all I asked for. If we're going to lose, go down swinging. Fight your ass off. Don't just quit. And I think this team has quit quite a bit over the past several games. But I think there's a select few guys that have been playing with good heart and fighting their ass off till the end. And I thought Fareed, Miller, and JaVale all did a pretty good job of that here against Minnesota. For the T-Wolves, Kevin Love led the way. He had a huge game. He finished with 30 points, 21 rebounds, 7 of which were offensive. Also had 4 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals. His handprints were all over this game. He was 11 of 19 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Love was just on fire. I mean, he played well, outworked pretty much everyone on our team on the glass. I thought we did a terrible job of boxing him out. Kevin Love's a great player, but if you outwork him, if you match his intensity level, if you box him out, he crumbles. I think mentally he gets a little, shell-shocked when someone outworks him, and I thought no one on our team did that. In the first game against Minnesota, Fareed did that, and you saw Kevin Love not shoot well and not really play well, but no one in this game did that, and Love took advantage of that and went off, finished with 30 and 21, which is just ridiculous. It seemed like he couldn't miss a shot in this game. He got in a good rhythm shooting the ball. Did a good job utilizing ball fakes as well in this game, getting some of our guys up in the air, and then obviously kind of drawing that fake and rake foul, if you will, get to the foul line and just kind of taking over the game. Did a pretty good job passing the ball and defensively played with pretty good effort and was pretty tough, on that end as well. So I thought, Kevin Love was great here in this game, but I thought he was great because a lot of our guys wilted and no one wanted to box him out or match him at a couple shots off offensive points, off offensive rebounds here, and did a good job of creating some second chances for his teammates, and he just played lights out. Ridnour was also great for the Minnesota Timberwolves in this game. He finished with 25 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. He shot 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He was great, got a bunch of open looks, took advantage of it, and shot well because he had a bunch of clean looks from on the offensive end. I thought Ty Lawson was terrible in this game on both ends, didn't do a good job at all of pressuring Luke Ridnour on the defensive end, gave him way too much space, took advantage of it. Luke Ridnour may not be the best player in the world, he's a pretty damn good shooter, and we left him open way too much, and a lot of that falls on Ty Lawson. Lawson also was pretty terrible on the offensive end. He wasn't aggressive at all, and just kind of settled there. But defensively, I thought he was just terrible. He looked lost out there, and Ty Lawson being so bad defensively in this game was a big reason why Luke Ridnour was able to go off like he did. Finish with 25 points, and just our rotations being late, being slow, our defense being lazy, no communication on that end, getting lost or confused, with the switches. All those played a factor, and Luke Ridnour played well, but I put most of the blame on Ty Lawson. I mean, you can't allow Luke Ridnour to score 25. That's pathetic. And lastly, Wayne Ellington finished with 17 points, 3 boards, 3 assists for the T-Wolves. He was 7 of 14 from the field and 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Took advantage of our rotations being late, had a bunch of open looks from the three-point line, and he's a pretty good shooter as well. We left him with way too many good looks, and he took advantage of that. And our defense is so bad, we're making 2 mediocre players look really good in Ridnour and Ellington, and once again that shows you where our defense is at right now. So another tough loss for us. Starting this road trip off 0-2, which is not obviously not what you want to see as a Nuggets fan. Thanks for watching. As always, go Nuggets.